and welcome to another episode of Dependesplaining, the podcast. This is a podcast where we give you military-related true crime, and we are excited to get started today with our story. I am Veronica.
And I am Jen.
And we are your local friendly podcasters. I don't know how local we are.
I mean, we're local enough.
Because
we're local in different places.
Yeah, because you're listening to us, and wherever you listen to us, there we are.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we are restructuring
I like it. That's
our episodes, and today's episode will be just true crime for you, and then listen on later on in the week, and we'll give you a little episode, teeny baby episode where we're going to explain to you something. Right, Jen?
Yes. Dependesplain you.
Dependesplain you in the best possible way so you understand what's going on in the best possible way. Just like
I'm
like
excited
to be explained to you.
Because that's how I need to be explained to. Because otherwise, I don't understand all this military shit that goes on. Those words, acronyms, golf, November, tango.
Golfing
Bravo.
in November. Tango?
I don't know.
Oh. We're golfing in November, and tangoing, bravo, is what happens after the tango.
Bravo!
Bravo! Yeah. See, stuff like that, Jen. This is why we need podcasts to give you information that's not accurate at all. That's what we're here for.
Exactly. We're here for all of your entertainment. That's what we do. Entertain you.
But we try to be as
maybe
accurate as possible.
Yeah. You might learn some things. I learn things. Veronica teaches me things all the time. So
all sorts of stupid shit. Yeah. All sorts of stupid shit is what I like to put out into this world.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
You give it.
It's
you give that. You give that to the world. You put it out, and that's what the world gives you back. More stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's a circle of stupid shit.
It's a circle of life.
Stupid shit edition.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
What's been going on in life, Jen? Since I last spoke to you.
Actually not really much since our last little update. I think everything was out there, thrown out there in the open. Nothing else exciting happened this week, so I have nothing to give except for murder. How was your week?
My cup is empty as well. I was just really busy, now, just cleaning the house. That's what I did since there was nobody was doing that. How does that work? It was just a lot of stuff piled up, laundry, and the house was just really messy and grimy, and it really bothers me. You know how I am, Jen. And so I was cleaning a lot yesterday, and then went out to dinner with my kids, and my husband went and had some much needed grown up time because since he was stuck at home homeschooling with the kiddos. Other than that, we didn't do anything. And today though, we're gonna take him to an arcade, the kids, and then probably go out to dinner.
Fun.
Yeah. So
that'll be nice.
Nothing's been going on. Work. I don't know the right song. Sorry. Yeah, just kidding.
Just
working till I die. Yeah.
Yeah. Working for that money. That wonderful, wonderful paycheck every 2 weeks.
Oh, I did start watching a new show. So since we've last recorded, we've watched so much, and I always have all these recommendations, right? So last night I started watching the Pam and Tommy. It's on Hulu.
Okay. I haven't even heard of that.
Okay, so Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, right? When it's covering them when they were married back in the mid to late 90s, and the story of them and how their sex tape got out and all that. So I was like, I am here for this. I cannot wait to watch it. So I sat down last night and we were watching it with Kyle, and he fucking fell asleep through part of it. But it is so, first of all, the people they got to play, these people are just beautiful and flawless, and I love them. They have Lily James for Pamela Anderson. She played Cinderella in the live action Cinderella.
Yes.
She was also in Baby Driver. Have you seen that movie? Oh my gosh, Jen. And if you have not seen that movie, go watch it tonight. It's so good.
Yeah. I don't think I have
Dave
seen
would
that,
love
but
it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Her. She is gorgeous, and she looks exactly like Pamela Anderson. You know, they like thin out her eyebrows so much, and they give her that wig with the big, you know, not bushy curls, but like the big full curls. And she looks just like her. And she like moves and she like talks like her. It's so funny. And then Tommy Lee, like I don't think Tommy Lee was a very attractive person or is a very attractive person.
No.
But guess who they picked to play him? Very gorgeous man. Sebastian Stan.
Okay.
Who is the Winter Soldier? Bucky from all the Marvel movies. You guys, Jen is looking at me like she doesn't know what I'm talking about, and I'm about to explode and throw my shoe at her.
I don't know.
Well, the listeners must know.
They probably know. Oh.
And we're back.
Oh.
Now you know who he is.
Okay.
Yeah. So they
God, he was born in Romania? Cool.
Yes, he's Romanian. Oh, I told Kyle Bulgarian. I guess I was wrong. Whoopsie.
It came up on the IMDb thing right away. That's all.
Yeah. He's so good looking. And so they like put him in all these tats, you know, and like they give him all these piercings for the thing. And he looks like Tommy did back in the day. And he is such an asshole. He is such an asshole, but I love how much he like hypes her up for everything. He's like, yeah, you're awesome. Like, you did great. Like, and there's just, it's really funny, but I was telling Kyle this morning, I was like, there's so much nudity in it. Like, not so much, but there's a lot of like boob and there's a lot of like a dick.
Yeah.
There's
Are we surprised?
And there's this one part where he's talking to his dick and the dick is talking back to him and it's like moving up and down and like
what?
It like moves side to side and I was like, this is a lot of dick. And I was like making sure my kids weren't walking out of the room because they were still up and they were watching TV and their room was really late. And I was like making sure, I was like, I don't like, should I fast forward this? But I don't want to miss it. This is hilarious. And it was like, it would like move side to side and then up and down, and it had a
oh no,
it had it had movement to it to where it looked like it was talking. Oh my god, it was so hilarious, Jen. I could not stop laughing. I was like, that's
a new
happening.
One that I need to watch that.
Yes, and so yeah.
Oh god. Oh my.
I know.
Oh, goodness. I can't even. Oh, gosh. I'm
like, I cannot wait to see where this goes. I think there's only like 3 episodes out right now. So it's like, I cannot wait to see where this goes. This is insane. I like limited series because I don't know. Like, I like the limited series because it's like, it's a long movie, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
So, because we watched a lot of TV while we were in quarantine here.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there to do?
I know. It's so sad.
There's not a lot else to do.
You would think me spending so much time at home, my house would have been clean. It was not. I had no desire to do anything other than complain that I had nothing to do.
Right. Well, that's the thing. When you're home all the time, it's like, I think I'm at that point where I was like so bored. I didn't even care. I don't care if my house is clean or dirty or there needs to be laundry done. I don't care right now. I just, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. I'd rather have the routine of like, Saturdays are for this and, you know, Sundays is what carries over or whatever. Like stuff like that. Because it really did throw me off so much and I just had a mess everywhere. And there was chocolate wrappers everywhere because I couldn't control myself because I have no self-control. And every single piece of chocolate that comes in the house has to go right into my mouth. Right away.
Yes. Chocolate.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, Jen, I'm here for your story. Yay!
All right. Let's get right into it. Trigger warning. There's no like real descriptions. There's just some mentioning of stuff with children. There's not like details or anything, but just in case, if I will, like, I'll warn you. I got my information from quite a few sources. There's the HuffPost, cid.army.mil, Wayne.com, Hawaii Newsnow.com, MarineCorpsTime.com, Mirror.co.uk, PopularMilitary.com, CBSNews.com, and TheDailyBeast.com. This is the murder of Catherine Walker. Catherine Walker. Wow, I don't know why I said it like that. Catherine. Okay.
Take it over again.
Catherine Walker was an Army spouse married to her husband Michael for 11 years. They were stationed in Hawaii while Sergeant Walker was an Army medic at Tripler Army Medical Center in Honolulu, right? Honolulu, I think it's it.
Yes.
Catherine and Michael had been trying to start a family for almost a decade when they then decided to try in vitro. Catherine was very excited to start this new chapter in their lives, but what she didn't know was that her husband's eyes were everywhere else except for her.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this guy is really great. So, Catherine and Michael were living on base, and on November 14th, 2014, Michael was working in the emergency room at Tripler while something brutal was happening in his home. When Michael came home from work, he discovered his 38-year-old wife, Catherine, stabbed to death. Authorities were called, and the Army Criminal Investigation Command, or CID, along with special agents from the FBI, started their investigation. Honolulu's medical examiner's office ruled Catherine's death as a homicide. Catherine had been stabbed in her neck and torso. Once investigation started, it was discovered that the security gate to the housing community was frequently unguarded. So
what?
Families, yeah.
Wait, when was this? What year was this?
2014.
Oh.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's what, according to one of the articles, the neighbors, their neighbors had said that it was frequently unguarded.
Oh my gosh.
So families living on post were worried that it could have been anyone, and they had feared that there could be another hit.
Mm-hmm.
But the Army CID informed the community that there did not seem to be any immediate threat and to not worry. But I would be worried. Maybe by then. Then they were like, oh, maybe we should keep guard of our gate.
You would think. Yeah. It always has to take something tragic for initiative to like happen, like something like that to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So also, I mean, it could be that they do have that gate and it's unguarded, but maybe it's not open. You know what I mean? Like they have those gates, and they have gates that are not always open. And maybe that's what they mean by it, but I'm not sure. So hopefully it's not just like open for anyone to come in.
I hope not.
But so while Michael Walker was being questioned, he admitted to officials that he was having an affair with a 24-year-old Lisa Jackson. Well, she was called Lisa.
Oh, I was like, that's her name? Lisa?
Yeah. I know, right? They called her Lisa. Lisa was living on post as well with her parents, which kind of threw me off because I thought like
she was a dependent.
Yeah, but like I thought you could only be a dependent until you were like 23, or is it 26?
I
thought it was 23.
Like 23, yeah. I thought it was 23, but
so when I saw she was like 24 years old, I was like, how do you still have an ID? But who knows?
That's something we'll have to look into.
Yep. I was like, there you go. There's a topic to keep in your brain. In April of 2015, Lisa Jackson was arrested by FBI agents in Indiana, where she was now living. Lisa was then charged with the 2014 murder of Catherine Walker.
Oh.
After going to trial in December of 2015, I wrote 14, but it's 15. After going to trial in December 2015, Lisa pled guilty to murdering 38-year-old Catherine. According to Lisa, Michael wanted to be free of his marriage, but he did not want to get a divorce. She admits that on November 14th, 2014, she broke into their on-post home and stabbed Catherine in the neck and the torso. She then waited 30 minutes, watching her take her last breath, and then left.
That's
yeah,
awful. Those details, when they put those details in, they watch them die. It's like they were probably begging for their life,
Yeah,
begging the person that was killing them for their life, and it's just like, oh.
What is super sad that in one of the articles it was said that Lisa had admitted. It was just her and Catherine who was dying, so I don't know how much it is, but Lisa had said, had apologized and said, "Do you forgive me?" And Catherine on her last, breath said, "Yes, I forgive you."
Okay.
She was a devout, she was a devout Mormon too. She was very, she was very religious too. So, maybe she, I don't know though. Anyway, yeah. Lisa was then sentenced to 30 years in prison. So that was in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
But that is not the end of our story. Investigators still had suspicions that Michael Walker, had more to do with his wife's murder. In exchange for her pleading guilty, Lisa was to testify against Michael. And this guy, Michael, had gotten himself into a lot of trouble, which they dug up while investigating him for the murder of his wife. So Michael was court-martialed in the end of 2015 into 2016 for child pornography, and exchanging money for sex with men.
Okay.
Michael had cheated on his wife with multiple men and women during their marriage, so before and after she was murdered. Mm-hmm. In a text message from one of his partners that he actually didn't pay for, Michael admits he said, quote, he said to the guy in the text message, he just wants to be free and live life how I want to.
Okay, there's a solution to that doesn't include murder.
Yeah. So, within 2 weeks of meeting Lisa, Michael admits to her that he wanted to divorce his wife, but that he couldn't afford it. Not only that, but he stood to make $400,000 of life insurance in the event of his wife's death.
People, oh my God.
Michael knew that Lisa had suffered from some mental health issues, and she was very vulnerable to these types of suggestions. So, during their meetups, Lisa and Michael had started plotting the murder of the unsuspecting Catherine. In text messages, they had given each other code names of, quote, Daddy Cakes and Baby Girl.
Sorry, Daddy Cakes.
Yeah, Daddy Cakes. Yeah. And in a text sent in October 2014, Michael said, quote, I want you so bad. If only someone was out of the way. Gross. Mm-hmm. More texts were exchanged from both, saying Lisa was, quote, hungry for action. And then Michael saying, quote, the sooner the better. These texts continued up until that fateful day, exchanging that they needed to go over details such as what will happen before and after. So on the night of November 14th, 2014, Michael texted Lisa letting her know that it was, quote, bad, which was their code for use the key near the back door.
Oh my gosh.
In 2016, a military court found Michael guilty of the child pornography charges. And then, could be part of a trigger warning, not sure. But, just so you know, Then in 2017, Michael was convicted of sexually abusing a child, physically assaulting a child, and wrongfully communicating a threat. And this man wanted to have his own kids. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
He was then reduced in rank from sergeant to private. He had sergeant to private, then 10 years of confinement and dishonorably discharged. Thank goodness. But on top of that, so they found all these, while investigating him on the suspicion of involvement in his wife's murder, that is how they found out about these other things, the children's stuff and everything. That is how they found that out. He pled not guilty earlier in 2015 in a civilian court to his wife's murder and involvement in that. And then as they dug further, they found all this stuff. And then he was court-martialed for all this. So he was in the military trial for that. And then in September 2019, just 2 weeks before he was to start his trial for the murder of his wife, Michael pled guilty to second-degree murder, just so he didn't have the option of the death penalty, basically.
Okay.
Or a life sentence, I guess. I think it was more the life sentence than anything.
It would be the life sentence instead of the death sentence that he would receive?
No, I mean he pled guilty so that he wouldn't get the life sentence. It was the same as Lisa too. She pled guilty to hers in 2015 so that they couldn't charge her with, or they couldn't sentence her to life in prison.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see.
Michael told the judge that he, quote, loved his wife and that he did not want her dead. But the text messages and emails had suggested otherwise.
Right.
Michael Walker was sentenced in February 2020 to 35 years in prison. The judge wanted him to serve longer than Lisa, who had
actually committed the crime.
Yes, she was sentenced 30 years.
Right.
But since he knew that Michael had orchestrated the killing, the judge went on to say, quote, Miss Jackson wielded the knife that killed your wife, and that was a terrible, terrible deed. But it does appear to me that you were in control, that she did what she did because you wanted her to, and you knew she had mental health problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Catherine Walker's memory lives on with her friends and family who remember her as the kindest, the nicest, sweetest, giving, funny, and caring person. Not somebody who deserved any of that. This man is a despicable, disgusting, terrible person. He admits that he's a, quote, sex addict. But why does that why would you try to use that as an excuse?
It's not an excuse for everything that
for your behavior.
He did. Yeah, for his behavior. And seeing that he was, dragging his wife down and all of this is just the worst part of it, because it's like he knew who he was deep down inside, but yet he's trying to hide behind trying to, start a family with this woman and being deceptive to her as well.
Yeah. Who seems nothing but wonderful to him.
Yeah. And all these skeletons yet in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
It's so gross. It's so gross. And then this other girl who he manipulated, but let's be honest here, like she did that on her own. Like she could have at any point stopped it. She'd been like, he manipulated her and convinced her to do it, but she had, free will to do it, to not do it. So to me, they should have both been sentenced to the same amount, they should have both been sentenced to life in prison. Him for orchestrating it and for her for executing it.
100%. They both should have gone to prison. They should go to prison for life. Like, that is just, you took somebody's life away. You shouldn't have any opportunity to be back out with society at all. Like, it's so sad. And it's like, he, like you said, he's hiding all this stuff because he was cheating on his wife for who knows how long. You know, so he was soliciting himself on Craigslist, like, and paying other people for sex. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're soliciting sex out there and that's your, career, we're not shaming anyone who does it. We're just in this situation.
In his situation, like,
of how he was going about everything, and he was hiding. This is what happens when people grow up too sheltered and everything is so shameful. Anything related to sex is so shameful, or, having a desire for the same sex is also something seen upon as very shameful. This is what happens is you have these people that get into relationships of the, the hetero norm, and they're leading a completely different lifestyle. Now the whole, the pedophilia thing, that's something else. That's mental. Like, that's just wrong in every way possible. And that's something that needed to have been addressed. And he probably had all the resources to seek help. But ultimately, I don't know if that's even curable, And it's just, he was not in the correct place and not around the people that, I don't know how to word it, but it was just wrong all around. He needed help.
It's just, he needed so much help. I mean, he said he's a sex addict. Okay. So if you know that you have a problem, you should go try to get yourself help, right? Yeah. Like,
yes.
It's not normal to need that in such a way, like, in so much that it consumes your whole life type of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's, and then that you do, and then he just had these crazy things, and then he's a sick person.
You don't have to take people down with you in order to live out this lifestyle that you wanted. If you wanted, to have multiple sex partners, then that's him. That's fine. As long be consenting adults and do it. That's fine. But the fact that he was hiding behind his wife and doing all these other things, it probably escalated into other things that were super shady.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what else he got into?
Yeah. Yeah. It's gross. It's so gross.
Yeah.
He's just gross.
Jen, for that story. Thank you.
I can't. And like I said, there wasn't any detail on the child stuff. I can't deal with that kind of. I can't really deal with that side.
No.
That side of things, and it just so yeah. Poor Catherine. She just Army spouse of 11 years, moving around with her husband.
Yeah.
Wherever he needed to go.
Seeing the best in him, probably, which was all a lie.
Yeah.
Trying to start a family.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Doing whatever they could to start a family, and in some ways it's like, I'm glad that they couldn't because of all of the
because that poor child. That poor child would be parentless right now. Mother is gone and the dad in prison where he deserves to be. It's like we're just bringing in another human to screw them up somehow, one way or another. So it's probably best that it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Probably for the best, and it would not have been a good situation for a child. Sick person.
Right, I agree. Well, thanks, Jen, for that horrific story, as always.
I know, you're welcome. You're welcome. It feels good to get back into the rhythm of our true crime sharing.
Yes, yes. And we're going to end the episode with this, and then during the week you will listen to another episode that we will put out for your listening pleasures with our military-related topic.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yes.
And don't forget to rate and subscribe on your favorite listening platforms. If you guys have any ideas, any stories that you would like us to cover, please don't hesitate and email us at dependusplaining@gmail.com. Also, look out for us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you just keep being awesome, and we'll keep being more awesome as well.
Yeah.
Not more awesome than you, just like us improving our awesomeness. That's what I meant?
Yes.
By that.
Always improving.
Always forever improving. There's always room for growth, for improvement.
Always.
We are not closed to that. We are very open-minded over here on this podcast.
Yes, we are.
Well, we'll gripe about things, but we'll embrace it later on. It's okay.
We'll laugh about it later. Except for those $8 pound tomatoes. I can't.
We have not discussed the produce yet. I have not been to the commissary. Well, I went the other day and I just kind of went in and grabbed. I think I needed just a couple things for dinner. That was it. But yes, we're struggling, you guys. We're struggling.
Mm-hmm. We're struggling. You know,
over here.
my dad told me in Arizona, they said that their grocery stores are even struggling too.
Yeah, that's what my mom was telling me too, that the produce was pretty expensive. And I was like, well, here it's like half of the veggies that are in like that refrigerated section. Half of that section is just lettuce.
Yes.
And cabbage. And I was like, where's the variety?
There's no variety right now.
Nothing.
We have like hardly anything. There's no broccoli, no green beans, no cucumbers, no zucchini, no carrots. Carrots were gone. It was like all that mixed salad that they usually have is all gone. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. That's what my dad said he was struggling with. Their shipping, their shipments to the grocery stores too were super low. And I was like, that's shocking to hear.
Right. Well, supposedly nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
Supposedly nobody wants to work. So I don't know what the situation's like. I haven't been to the States in a long time. I try to keep up with as much as I can, but it's like, how do people not want to work?
I know. Or maybe it's hard for them to work right now. I don't know. I
mean, I say I don't want to go to work on the daily, but I still go.
Oh, yeah. There are days where I'm like, God, I don't want to go to work because I don't want to wake up in the morning. I don't want to get ready. I don't want to deal with the whining. And
yeah, that's what it is. It's the whining.
But
my children and other people's children.
Yes. But here I am every day.
Yeah. The first thought I have in the morning is like, I wish there was coffee made already.
Yeah.
I didn't have to be the one brewing the coffee.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can get a timed coffee maker, but we have a French press, and so I have to get up and turn the kettle on, and it takes forever to warm up. And I'm like, why can't I just have instant coffee in my mouth as soon as I wake up? Like, I need it on my bedside.
I know. When will we get to that point? It's like a robot, and I can just be like on my phone, be like, I want coffee, and there's like a fresh cup of coffee sitting on my counter. Waiting.
I know. I just want that. My son, when I make him clean his room, he always says, "Oh, I wish we had a maid bot that would do this for me." And I was like, "You do have a maid, except she's not a robot, but she is your maid, and she's also your mother."
Called Mom.
Yeah, I was like,
You're
I'm
welcome.
just asking you to clean up your room. I'm not asking you for anything else. Right. And then I always threaten him, I'm going to bring the vacuum cleaner in there. If I suck up any Legos, so be it.
Yeah,
sorry.
They're gone forever.
Yeah, especially those little round ones.
Oh my gosh, those ones are the worst. I do it all the time. I'm like, okay, I'm vacuuming, so if you have stuff on your floor, guess what? It's gone.
It's gone. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. And it's just one area. We don't have carpet in the house. We just have rugs. I was like, just keep the rug clear so I can come in, and then I'll sweep up everything, and then you can search through it. See if there's any Legos amongst the dust and tissue paper. Why is there a bunch of tissue paper in here? Like, why? Oh, so I've started limiting my son on toilet paper because he was clogging the toilet on a weekly basis. Did I tell you this already? I thought I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did last week. Yeah.
So it's been better, but now it's like we'll be sitting down watching a movie and they'll be like, I need toilet paper. So I have to get up and dispense the toilet paper. But I was like, it's been working out really well.
I mean,
I haven't had to unclog a toilet at all in the past couple weeks.
It's necessary sometimes, and like be like,
yeah,
till you can learn how to limit your toilet paper use.
Yes. And then my son, he's the problem, okay? He's the problem in this house, basically. I'm complaining about him today. He wears a different set of pajamas every single day. And I was like, dude, you can wear them 2 up to 3 times a day. It's, times before you have to wash them. It's fine. And he goes, well, I wake up really sweaty and I stink. And I'm like, it's fine. I was like, it's fine. Just wear it. But no, and he refuses to wear anything else that's not a pair of pajamas. So the other day, he was like, I don't have pajamas. And he was running around in just his underwear. And I was like, sorry. I was like, figure out your life. Figure out your life. Like, I can't with you right now. Figure out your life. I was like, I can't do everything for you. And it was like a good couple of hours. He was just hanging out in his underwear. He's like, he kept telling me, I don't have pajamas. I was like, what do you think? I magically produced pajamas in an hour since the last time you told me? I was like, no. I was like, figure out your life. And he stayed in his underwear for a while, and then he finally got like a pair of just like comfy shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I was like, see how easy that was? You figured out your life. Congratulations. You may move on to the next level.
See what you can do. So proud of you.
I know.
Oh, children.
Yeah. All right, Jen. Anything else that you would like to tell us about before we close this?
Oh, no. That's all I got today.
Okay.
Just some murder.
Some murder. All right. Well, thanks again for listening, friends. We will see you later on again in the week. And again, if you have any stories or military-related topics, please don't hesitate to share with us at dependusplaining@gmail.com, and rate and subscribe on your favorite listening platforms.
Yes.
That is all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you have a wonderful day, rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful week. And don't forget that wherever you go, there you are.
There you are.
Jen, you were too late. I like it.
Goodbye.